Good evening and welcome to the Yorktown Central School District School Board meeting for September 15, 2025. Can I get a motion to go into executive session to discuss the employment of a particular pedagogical and non-pedagogical employee, matters specific to the employment of a particular corporation, and matters made confidential under FERPA?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Can I get a motion to go back into public session?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
We have the Pledge of Allegiance followed by a moment of silence for our armed forces and those in the Yorktown Central School District community that have lost loved ones, especially the father of Ann Lynch, the mother-in-law of Veronica Hildinger, the father-in-law of Gary Kettridge, the grandfather of Brandon Traeger, the father-in-law of Jennifer Strang. We also honor the life and legacy of former school district faculty member Al Reed, who passed away on August 25th, 2025. Pledge allegiance.
United States to the Republic. Indivisible.
Is that our first public comment session? Dr. Hatter, I'll turn it to you.
Okay, so we have a very exciting evening planned. I will be giving a school opening report, but that's not the exciting part of the evening. We're going to be introducing for the very first time in our school district's incredible history the ex officio student board member, and Hunter Mezzatesta will be presenting on behalf of the students of our district. Hunter was selected after a very rigorous process, and our superintendent student council made the final determination with me. We also are joined by our alternate member, Luke Evangelista, who is a terrific student. Luke will be speaking this evening about an idea that he shared with me to connect our student body with our Board of Education, which is a really, really exciting idea and initiative that he has. Before we get to our student reports, I have a couple of things that I'd like to report out on to our school community. The first is with regard to a presentation that I will deliver. I'm going to deliver the presentation from the podium, and then after that, I have a few other items that I'll share from my chair. Excuse me as I go to the podium. Okay. This is our first Board of Education meeting since the opening of school. So I wanted to share with our Board of Education and members of our community a few things about the opening. First, I just want to thank all of the staff who worked over the summer. We run incredible programming throughout the summer. In fact, our middle school and high school campus is bustling from just after 4th of July until about the middle of August. And I want to acknowledge all of the staff in our extended school year program and our K-8 reading and support programs. They did such an incredible job. Our custodians were so hard at work, and that first day of school, everything came together. So as you look right now in the picture, certainly to the far right, you'll see desks and hallways. I assure you the facilities were absolutely sparkling by the time the children arrived. At the left, the picture on the left shows a crane raising an HVAC system over our high school. That was repaired. I recall the morning that occurred, students in the ESY program really didn't want to go into class. They wanted to watch the crane move the large HVAC unit. It was a great teaching opportunity for our staff. So many wonderful things happened. I'm not going to speak too much about the C-LOP because I think our student board member will address that, but that is an incredible upgrade for our school district. And actually, Hunter, our ex officio board member, was on the superintendent student council that led to the paving of the C-LOT. New fields are being built, new bus loop, driveways were seal coated, first time in many, many years for that to happen. Many people who, in a residential setting, realize the complexity of having your driveway sealed. You can take that exponentially more challenging to have an entire high school and middle school campus driveway sealed. We're continuing to plan for our bond. That's a rendering of what the rear of Mohansic will look like when construction is complete. It's an absolutely gorgeous facility. That's the foyer area of Mohansic, just inside that entrance. This is a rendering of a classroom, another rendering of a classroom. It's going to be an absolute beautiful facility. We anticipate construction to be completed for the start of next school year. And that is a rendering of our new athletic complex and what's planned at the high school, middle school campus. You'll see the original Charlie Murphy field at the bottom left of the screen. Beautiful turf baseball field and field hockey field, a dual purpose field. It will look a little bit different. We just had another meeting this morning to talk about how that facility will look. A beautiful turf field just north of that. The attention to detail, I do want to acknowledge Ms. Carbone as the chair of our facilities project committee. The attention to detail, and Hunter and I had this conversation in my office actually. Right now the fields go east and west. So does the sun. So if you're a goaltender, as Hunter is, east and west is not where you want to have your goals. So we went north and south with the orientation of this field, and it's that attention to detail that I just want to acknowledge with Ms. Carbone in the room, how carefully every single detail, from the layout of the basketball and pickleball courts to the layout of the fields. There will be outdoor bathrooms, a beautiful concession plaza, and we anticipate that being ready prior to, not this winter, but the following. The lower field will be ready by the end of this school year, and we anticipate by the end of the fall, early winter next year, the remaining field and concession building. It's another rendering of the concession building, of the restroom area. It's going to be an absolutely gorgeous complex with a beautifully sized patio that actually has a little bit of a terrace feel, as it'll be set just slightly above the elevation of Charlie Murphy Field. With regard to enrollment, we are relatively stable. However, our UPK numbers have really increased. We leveraged the state allocation to provide a fully funded UPK program for families at no additional cost to the district. So we leveraged the state allocation, partnered with the YMCA of Central and Northern Westchester, and are delivering a great program. Enrollment last year was at this point in the school year, this is October, Beds Day, October of 2024, we had 118 students in our pre-K program. That number is at 166 for this school year. As we look at the remaining schools, we're pretty consistent. Slight downtick at Brookside, Mohansic is stable, Crampon has a slight decrease, slight increase at the middle school, and a slight decrease at the high school by about 7 students. Again, a lot of this is a function of cohorts moving up and graduating to the next school. With regard to transportation, we had 71 buses at the end of the 23-24 school year, 68 buses at the end of last school year. We're at 67 buses, but again, that can go to 68 or even 69 buses as student needs determine. For this back to school and opening report, I came up with 10 things that I feel are very important to know as a parent. So we're all going back to school, we're all getting back into a routine, and like many of you, I'm sure it has had its ups and downs. So I just wanted to remind parents, I won't read these items, but we'll make sure that these are prominently displayed on our website. With regard to just the portal, that's the one piece that I will read. Please make sure your contact information in the portal is up to date. It was 80 degrees today. However, it will snow at some point, and we need to make sure that we have the correct contact number so that we can alert you in the event of a snow closure, a delay, or an early dismissal. But everything else, I would encourage you to review. Certainly follow the appropriate channels when a concern arises. The first stop should be with your child's teacher, and then it goes through the building administration, and then it would go to the central administration. But certainly start with the teacher first. They can often provide context to any question that comes up. Our Board of Education area of focus list is provided. Again, I won't read those, but that was developed over the course of several months, where we looked at the areas of focus from the prior year, talked about our priorities for this coming school year, and landed on what I believe is a very robust and important list. There were some specific areas that we were going to take some action steps on, some very decisive action steps. You're already seeing some of these come into fruition. With regard to one of the comments at a prior board meeting was looking at measurability of some of these action steps. In some cases, it's a binary system. It's a yes or a no. Did we do these or did we not? So when we talk about designing additional courses, my hope is that I'm going to be able to share with you come the end of this school year some new courses that we're going to implement. The weekly communication blast, that was a vision that I had. I discussed it with Brian. Brian, of course, was very supportive and made it come to life, and I'll show it to you in a moment. But the idea of weekly communication, we certainly do our daily social media blasts, or if there's something important, we'll share that. We do our monthly newsletter, but we really wanted to have this weekly communication as well for the week ahead. The mental health supports, we'll speak to that in a moment. Again, modified zero-based budgeting, quantifying the degree to which we were successful in achieving a modified zero-based budgeting approach is a bit challenging. We'll certainly stay below the tax cap. We'll certainly ensure the buildings have what they need to meet the needs of our students, and we'll certainly be sensitive to taxpayers, as we've done each year. With regard to our review of our instructional program, that is incredibly important, quantifying how that review takes place, looking at some kind of rubric, might have its shortcomings. I believe it would have its shortcomings. But in looking at energy efficiency, which is item F on that list, that we can easily quantify, and I'll do that in a moment. So with regard to the second goal or action step on that list, the third, develop additional mental health supports. Our partnership with Westchester Medical Center Health is in the final stages of approval. We have a contact through Westchester Medical Center. You'll hear that there are many districts working through Northwell Health to provide mental health services. There are several districts that have partnered in that endeavor. What I'm proud to share is we have an exclusive partnership with Westchester Medical Center Health, which is truly exciting. They were interested in partnering specifically with our district. We were interested in partnering with them. And what this will do for our students and for our clinicians is provide direct and timely support when a student is in crisis. With regard to our weekly newsletter, the first ever weekly is on the right side of the page. Today's weekly is on the left side of the page. It's interactive. You can get the Yorktown Minute, the key dates for this week, and any announcements that we have in a one-page document. And so my compliments to Brian. I certainly have to always shout Brian out. I shared the vision with Brian, and what Brian did what Brian does, which is take the vision and make it come to life in a really, really great way. So I'm just so grateful to Brian for taking this vision. I think my ask of Brian today was, well, let's feature this, this, and this. And Brian turns it into just a beautiful, readable, user-friendly document that's accessible to people via a link or through a PDF. LED lighting, this was the last item, looking at energy efficiency. To date, from the end of last school year, this summer, through 9/1, we have replaced 695 light fixtures to LEDs in this district. I will add that those light fixtures were at no cost to the school district. So certainly we have in-house capacity. We have in-house capacity within our O&M department to make those replacements. But that is a real number of 695 light fixtures. My incredible admiration and appreciation of our facilities crew and our custodians for making that happen. We have an ambitious goal of getting about 600 more done by the end of this calendar year. And therefore, we'll have the corridors in just about all of our school buildings replaced. So 1,200 is not an easy number to achieve. We're more than halfway there with about 700 installed, and I look forward to the final 600 being installed. We may be contracting for support to achieve that ambitious timeline. And that takes me to the last slide that I have, and I want to just share with our community, members of our board who were in attendance at opening day and certainly who reviewed the slideshow, which I know you all did, and our staff have seen this, but I wanted to show just a half clip of the opening day video that I shared. It's a montage of our students, and I find it, yes, it's great that I can report to you on enrollment, and it's wonderful that I can tell you about the LED lights that we're putting in and the C lot that was paved, but this is why we do what we do, and I just wanted to share briefly a video with you. So the video ends abruptly. We can put the full video on our website for our community to see, but I didn't want to go for 5 minutes with a video at this meeting tonight, but we'll certainly place the full video on our website. So with regard to the school year, yes, there are the normal bumps in the road that we've experienced when you're educating over 3,400 children and you have 5 cafeterias and 70 buses on the road for 6 hours a day and all of the other complexities of operating a school district. There are certainly the ups and downs. By and large, it's been a wonderful start of the school year. I will continue to obviously keep the board and our community apprised on our action steps. As I mentioned, some of these with regard to measurability, it's a binary system. It's done. Is it done well? We can certainly look at how we measure how well each of these initiatives were done. We'll certainly look at the analytics from our newsletters, from the weekly newsletter, the Yorktown Minute. Last year, our Yorktown Minute had over 100,000 views in the aggregate, which is absolutely terrific for a district our size. But I'm happy to take any questions that you have, and if not, I'm happy to proceed with the remainder of the report.
Does anybody have any questions?
I do.
Go ahead.
UPK. So 2 questions. One, is there, do we know why it had such a significant increase? Is it because of the success of the first 2 years? And the other question is, if it keeps increasing and we hit the state max, then do we wind up in a lottery?
So the first part of your question is, I'd like to say yes, it's because we've done such a great job. Anecdotally, that's what I've heard, is that there's more trust in the program now that it's in its 3rd year. Parents were not necessarily sure what to expect. I actually had this conversation with a parent 3 or 4 days ago, where they enrolled their child in our UPK program. This is now their 2nd child in the UPK program, and it's been a great experience. So in terms of why are we seeing that increase, it may be a function of cohort size, it may be a function of the quality of the program, and it may be a combination of the two. With regard to the other question, should we exceed the 188 seats that are allocated to us, we would go to a lottery model. I'm hoping, I'm conflicted on this because I'm hoping that we can grow the program to be so big, but I also don't want to go into a lottery system because I love the idea that in Yorktown, anybody who wants to be in our UPK program is in, and not every community can say that. In many communities, in fact, in many communities, most communities around us, that's not the case. There is some kind of lottery, but not here. So I'd love to be able to maintain that model. We'll just, the way we got creative to be able to deliver the program and leverage French Hill, we'll just have to get equally creative should our numbers exceed the 188 seats that were allotted by the state. I don't know how that will look today on September 15th, 2025, but certainly it'll be a great problem to try to solve.
Anyone else? I have a question. The lighting by December 31st, why do we have to have that done by December 31st?
So that is a great question. I'll defer the rest to Lisa, but there is I believe it's a NYSERDA program or NYSEG program.
NYSEG, yes.
You can speak.
Yes, so NYSEG, one of our electricity providers, had a program where they implemented the dates, but they will give you the light fixtures if you would install them. So that the grid, the demand on the grid would be lessened. And this was just the dates that they set for the program. We will be looking to see if maybe they'll extend it or if they have another initiative coming soon. But that's how we were able to do this.
And their timeline is the lights have to be ordered, and there's no cost for the light fixtures. The vast majority are free, and then there are some specialty fixtures that are $5 each. But I believe you have to order them by October 31st, and then you have to have them installed by December 31st. So those are the dates that's how I arrived at the dates that we put out.
All right, thank you.
Quickly add a couple of other points that I wanted to share. At our last meeting, we spoke about the request that I had received for the volunteer firefighter and ambulance corps rebate or exemption on taxes. What we learned is that a neighboring school district is offering a 5%. And so our business office, and my thanks to our business office, went back and analyzed what the impact would be should we extend a 5% property tax exemption to firefighters and to volunteer firefighters in our community, as well as volunteer ambulance corps workers. We've performed that analysis. I will pass this down for you. Actually, Andre, you get one too.
You need? Oh, you have?
I've got plenty.
Okay, just making sure.
So what we're looking at is, should we provide the 5% exemption on the parcels that qualify for, and they're all listed as volunteer firefighters, however, it's a combination of volunteer fire and volunteer ambulance. The aggregate impact to our tax base would be $19,000, which is not going to move the needle one way or the other when spread across all of the parcels in town on our side of the tax catchment area. So I shared this with you. We'll continue to gather some more information. We'll continue to vet this information, but I indicated to you at the last meeting that I would provide you more information, that I would follow up with you. And so I wanted to share this with you in a timely manner for your consideration. If there are any questions or if there's any additional information you believe it would be important for you to have to come to a determination one way or the other, I'm happy to continue to gather that. But we'll continue to vet these addresses from our business and with the tax office in the town of Yorktown. But if there are any additional questions you think I should pose, I'm happy to do that.
One question is, these are current, because I know that, you can be a volunteer and never necessarily show up. So is there criteria within this?
There are criteria that are employed. I can provide those to you as well. Yes, there are, in terms of being an active member of the department, and there are definitions around that.
Everyone you have on this list, it says volunteer firefighter. Did we account for the ambulance?
Yes, they're within that one code.
Okay.
It's how the town codes the parcel, the exemption.
Anyone else?
Okay, so we'll get those criteria to you for the next meeting. And I had a couple of other items, but I am actually going to defer those other items to our student board member. So that concludes my report for this evening.
Thank you. So we're excited to have our ex officio student members with us, Hunter Mezzatesta and Luke Evangelista. I think you guys have something prepared to say, but if also, I don't know if it's included in what you were going to say, just tell us a little bit about each of you so we get to know you a little better.
So thank you. I'm honored to be here. It's an awesome opportunity for me. So excited. I'm so excited to be the voice for the students, obviously. Biggest thing is I want to be this voice for the students, to represent them, to give them a voice, to be there for them. So I've been in Yorktown since 7th grade. I've had many friends here, made great opportunities, played for the lacrosse and football team in middle school. Then in high school, made the varsity lacrosse team. Been there, been representing the varsity lacrosse team for 4 years now, going on to senior year, super excited. And now I'm a senior, going on to the University of Virginia next year. And sad to go, but senior year, it's last hurrah. But this place has made awesome memories for me. So thankful for everyone that has come my way. It's really shaped me to the first time today.
Hello, my name is Luke Evangelista. I think Hunter said it perfectly. I think both of us are so grateful to be a part of this Board of Education and be able to speak for the students. I'm a junior at YHS, and I am a part of the science research program, and I run cross country and track. I'm so grateful to be able to learn from Hunter and gain experience to hopefully fulfill the role in the future as well as he is going to do. I want to say thank you guys so much for the opportunity. Let him speak a little bit more on it.
All right. Good evening. I'm honored to be here on behalf of the students of the Yorktown School District to update the board and the community on a variety of topics affecting our students and our school community. Our fall athletics are off to a great start. Our girls field hockey, volleyball, soccer, and boys volleyball teams each had big wins last week. We have several exciting home games and competitions this week. I encourage the community to come out and support the football team this Friday night as they play against Somers on Charlie Murphy Field. Last week, several Yorktown schools hosted back-to-school night. This gave an opportunity for parents to visit the schools, meet their students' teachers, and to learn about all of the exciting plans for this upcoming school year. We have 2 more back-to-school nights this week for Crown Pond and Mildred Shrine. Last spring, the representatives of the Superintendent's Student Council urged the town of Yorktown to pave the student parking lot, also known as C-Lot. We are grateful to the town supervisor and the town highway superintendent who made this possible, and to the Superintendent's Student Council who led the way for this improvement to our facilities. I would also like to recognize and congratulate the 5 YHS students who were named National Merit Semifinalists. Finally, I'd like to address the cell phone policy recently instituted across all public schools in New York State. While students were initially concerned about the strict policy, so far it's working out better than many expected. Students are more focused and less distracted in the classroom. That said, there are certainly some adjustments that would make this policy less restrictive while maintaining the benefits of student learning. Specifically, students should be permitted to use their cell phones during free periods as needed. We're hopeful that as time goes on, appropriate adjustments will be made to the policy. Thank you.
Hunter, thank you for that update. That was terrific. Is it okay before you ask any questions about the cell phone policy or anything that you'd like to ask of Hunter? Luke has a brilliant idea, and I was so impressed when Luke shared this idea. So generally, Luke is not reporting out. Hunter, as our Board of Education member, will be the person who reports out. But I asked Luke to say a few words about his vision for connecting the student body to our board. So Luke, I'll turn it over to you.
So my vision is a way to connect the student body to the Board of Education. As a student, I think sometimes you seem a little disconnected from the Board of Education, so I wanted to find a direct way to connect them. And Dr. Hatter gave me the great idea based off of the Yorktown Minute. I took some inspiration from it, and I would like to create a similar sort of Instagram-style video that would be around a minute that could connect the students directly to what went on at the Board of Education that would directly influence them in their the rest of their high school and maybe even like middle school experience. So I would what I would do is after each board meeting, I would make a 1 minute to 2 minute video that would explain what went on in the board meeting and how that would affect the students going forward. And yeah, I would just wanted to kind of let the board know about my idea for it. So thank you.
That is a terrific idea. So this year, as Hunter presents to the community publicly, Luke, with the assistance of Brian, and we explained to Luke the elaborate production that we have for the Yorktown Minute, which is essentially Brian standing with his cell phone recording me as I give the Yorktown Minute from either behind my desk or my conference room. But Brian will work with Luke to produce the video. And what a great idea to meet students where they are on social media, to connect them with the great work that our board does each and every meeting. So Luke, thank you for that. And Hunter, thank you for your report. If there are any questions from the board's perspective, maybe on the cell phone policy or otherwise, we have our student representatives here.
Anyone have questions?
Yeah, I'd like to speak. Well, for one, welcome, Luke and Hunter. It's wonderful to have you here. We talked about this all last year about getting someone on board, and it's nice to finally see two faces join us at the table. And I think that was the first step. And Luke, I want to say that you just took it, a mile higher than we ever thought it would go. But to have that connection between us and the student body and have that 1 minute video after every meeting, I think is a fantastic idea. So thank you for, coming up with that. And thank you to Dr. Hatter and Brian for putting that into place. And Hunter, not only are you reporting to us what our students are feeling, thinking, happening, what's going on in the schools, but now you're becoming an advocate, because I love what you had to say about the cell phone policy. We shouldn't be stagnant about issues that we were issued. Something from Governor Hochul last year, and I'm glad the students and the staff have taken so quickly to it and support it. However, you have a caveat, a request and a question, can this be changed? So I love the advocacy part that you've surfaced tonight. So you guys are going to be a fantastic addition to this board table, and I'm very proud and happy that you're here. Thank you so much for coming forward.
Thank you.
Jackie?
I just wanted to welcome them and hope you enjoy your time on the board.
Rashmi?
I echo everything Cheryl and Jackie said. Welcome. It's going to be very helpful to have you both at the table and hear the students' voice. Welcome, and we look forward to working with you.
Catalina?
I just want to congratulate you both. Hunter, you're a leader on and off the field, so congratulations. And Luke, I can't wait. Maybe you'll get some high school kids or anybody to come to our board meetings. So that's great. Thank you.
Yeah, I echo everything that everybody said. Welcome. We are so excited to have you here. The student was the piece of our board that we were missing, and now we have it, and we're so grateful to hear what you guys have to say to us, and then for you to take the message back about why something can or can't be done. We're just so excited to have the communication. You guys are doing a great job, and I cannot wait to see the videos that you put out. It's going to be amazing. So excited. Thank you. Okay, great. Okay, we'll go to board action items. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes for August 25, 2025?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Can I get a motion to approve the claims audit reports for June, July, and August 2025?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, policies. Policy adoption. Motion to approve the second reading and adoption of the following policies. 2210 annual organizational meeting, 4321.04 independent educational evaluation, 43.2104R independent educational evaluation regulation, 5420 student health services regulation student concussions.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, this is first read. The board will conduct a first read for the following policies and regulation: 4511 textbook selection and adoption, 5215 Equal Access Act, 9620 child abuse in an educational setting, 9620R child abuse in an educational setting regulation. Any comments, questions, discussion? Great. Okay, moved on to policies reviewed. The policy committee reviewed the following policies and regulation on September 4, 2025, with no substantive changes. 1900, parent involvement and family engagement. 5100, comprehensive student attendance policy. 5300, code of conduct. 6240, investments. 6240R, investments regulation. 6700, purchasing policy. 6710, purchasing authority. 7500, naming of school facilities. Any comments anyone had on those? All right, moving down to personnel resolution. Be it resolved that the Board of Education hereby authorizes the superintendent to execute the memorandum of agreement between the Yorktown Central School District and the CTA-TA chapter of the Yorktown Congress of Teachers, providing compensation for additional teaching responsibilities for employee 3033.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Waiting for my screen to update. Here we go. Upon the recommendation of the superintendent, motion that the following be approved, and we have certified personnel, part-time appointments, temporary appointments, other compensation, additions to the substitute list, removal from the substitute list, unpaid leaves of absence, teacher stipends, certified teaching assistant stipends, coaches co-curricular for 25-26, coaches amendment, coaches rescissions, volunteers, corrections amendment, removal from the substitute list, resignations. Under classified personnel, we have appointments civil service, part-time appointments, temporary appointments, stipends, teacher aide stipends, additions to the substitute list, corrections amendments, removal from the substitute list.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, budget transfers. Upon recommendation of the superintendent, a motion that the following be approved. And we have certified person. Hold on. Let me just refresh my screen here. Oh, here we go. Got it. No, it went back. Got it. Thank you. Thank you both. Motion to approve the following budget transfers as listed below.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Special facility user groups for 2025-2026. Be it resolved, the Board of Education approves the following facility user groups in accordance with Board Policy 1500 for the 2025-2026 school year, and they're listed below.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Whereas the Board of Education sought bids for the Brookside Elementary School and Mohansick Elementary School additions and renovations project, which consists of multiple prime contracts, and whereas the bids received were opened on August 21, 2025 at 1:00 p.m., therefore be it resolved, the Board of Education hereby accepts and approves the contract award, the bids for the Brookside Elementary School and Mohansick Elementary School additions and renovations project for the following lowest responsible bidders as listed 1 through 4. Be it resolved that the Board of Education hereby authorizes the Board President to execute individual contracts between the Yorktown Central School District and each of the above listed contractors, and be it further resolved that the Superintendent of Schools and the Assistant Superintendent for Business are authorized and empowered to take all necessary and appropriate actions in order to further the purpose of this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? My internet is slow. There we go. Motion to arrange for the following placements as of September 15, 2025.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion to approve the instructional services agreement between the Yorktown Central School District as sending district and the Greenberg North Castle Unified Union-Free School District as receiving district for the 2025-2026 school year.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Be it resolved that the Board of Education of the Yorktown Central School District approve the stipulation of settlement and release agreement dated September 15, 2025 relating to student alt ID 5395, authorizing the superintendent of schools to execute said agreement and take all necessary steps to effectuate the terms of the agreement.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Be it resolved that the Board of Education of the Yorktown Central School District approves the stipulation of settlement agreement dated September 15, 2025, relating to student alternate ID 5600, authorizing the superintendent of schools to execute said agreement and take all steps necessary to effectuate the terms of the agreement.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion to approve the following gifts, grants, and donations: for Yorktown High School, $1,000 from the Society for Science for a Society for Science mini grant, $1,000 from the Academy of Model Aeronautics for a UAS for STEAM mini grant, $500 from Chestnut Petroleum for a YHS mini grant, and to the district, 40 backpacks and various school supplies from the Elks Lodge 2324 to be distributed through K through 12 as needed.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We're going to go to board comments, and I think we'll start with Jackie.
What did you go last? Okay, so.
You want to go last?
Yeah, I'd rather go last.
Okay, we'll start with Cheryl.
Okay. I just want to say welcome back. Hunter already mentioned that we're in the midst of back to school nights, and I encourage everyone to come out, meet your teachers, meet the staff at your schools. It's a great time to get acquainted. And just, have a wonderful year. The weather's been great. We've had a great start, really positive, feel around campus. And I wish everyone all the best, both our staff and our students this year.
Rashmi?
Dr. Hatter, thank you for sharing the renderings for the new athletic complex and also the additions at Brookside Mohansick. So I am new to the steering committee, the facilities committee that Jackie chairs, and I just want to say thank you, Jackie, because that work, it's a lot of work, but the renderings are beautiful, and I think we have made a long. I think we made progress from the time that we had thought about it, and I can't wait to see the progress we make during the school year.
Catalina?
I just want to say welcome back to all the students and teachers, and welcome to Hunter and Luke.
Yeah, welcome back, everybody. The school opening has been amazing. Everything has been going well, from what I understand. And to our student members, you guys are the reason we do what we do. I mean, we get the little ones in here from kindergarten, and they, to see what they're going to be able to do and grow and blossom into be just like you guys, I mean, we're just so impressed, and you are Yorktown. So thank you so much for being here. Jackie?
Okay, so I'm going to try to do this. First of all, welcome again. The opening was amazing again, and seeing all the staff come back and the happiness and the joy, it really means a lot to me, and I've seen changes over the last 20 years. And so this is quite difficult, but I have officially given my resignation to the district clerk. Between my health problems and some current housing issues that I'm going through, I think it's time that I move away. So October 8th will be my last day in the district. October 6th will be my last board meeting. It has been a joy of a lifetime to have done this work. I couldn't have done it without all of the people who, you can't do this alone. You can't do this unless you have people with you that are all in the same direction. And I'm so proud of the board and the district for all being in the same direction and the movement that we've made. And I'm just, it's hard. I can't go on. I'm sorry.
Yes. Go ahead, Rashmi. Okay, Cheryl?
I think I said when we had talked about presidency and Lisa becoming our new president, but I just have to thank you for all of your years of volunteerism, that it's been a long time, and you certainly, gave back to our community with such a tenure here, so thank you.
Okay, Rashmi?
Jackie, thank you for everything. I worked with you for 9 years. I know, right? It's hard to believe. And more, you're right. So I've learned a lot from you, and I wish you the very, very best.
Catalina?
I just want to say thank you. 20 years of countless hours and really fighting for our schools, our students. So thank you, and enjoy.
So this is going to be our last meeting together. because I won't be here on October 6th. Rashmi is going to handle the meeting. So, Jackie, thank you. I joined the board in 2018. You were here. You were the constant beacon that whole time. I said it at opening day for school, and I meant every word I said. We wouldn't be where we are without you, and I can just only hope to continue on the work that you started with the foundation that you built. So thank you, Jackie, and please don't be a stranger. Come back to Good News. Come see us. Visit with us. We're going to miss you terribly. Dr. Hatter? Deirdre? Lisa?
I too, I've known Jackie for so long, so many different roles that I had here at Yorktown. You've just been such a steady, constant hand guiding us, influencing work, everything from hiring to our facilities. Your guidance, your expertise is just really incredible. I will miss you, and I really deeply just want to say thank you for all that you've done for the students, the families, the community of Yorktown. Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay. You good, Jackie? Okay. Yvette, anyone for public comment number 2? All right. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Have a good night.